Welcome back to the North Central College Doctor of Physical Therapy Program webinar series. My name is Leanna Blanchard, and I am one of the faculty members in the program, as well as the admissions coordinator. We're continuing today with our topic of admissions tips and tricks. So as a reminder, we utilize a holistic approach to admissions in the North Central College DPT program. This means that across the application, we're looking at the whole thing, and none of the sections are weighted more heavily than the other. They're all equally important. Today, we're going to be taking a little bit deeper of a dive into the experiences section. So when you complete the experiences section of the PTCAS application, it's going to ask you a lot of questions about things like employment, extracurricular activities, volunteer work, research, observation hours, and honors and achievements. I encourage you to put anything and everything into these sections, even if it's not PT or healthcare related. So as you're entering all of those items into the experiences portion of the application, what I would recommend is that you stick to activities that started in college and were after college. I would avoid going back into high school unless you had a particularly meaningful experience that maybe continued once you were in college or after college. I also encourage you to add all of your experiences, not just things that were PT related or healthcare related, include it all. If you were a student athlete, make sure you give yourself credit for the team meetings and practices and competitions that you had to attend. If you were a volunteer, include your hours for that. If you did research, include that. We're really looking at all of those experiences collectively to understand who it is that you are and what you'd be bringing to the program. One thing to note is that we don't specifically require observation hours. It's great if you have them, but we recognize that not everyone has had the opportunity to do that. And there's a lot of other ways that you can learn about the profession outside of doing observation hours. So if you do have them, please do include them. But if you don't, that's okay. Include all of the other things that you've done, because all of those experiences make you who you are, and we want to know who that is. One important thing to note is that we don't want you to double dip. And what I mean by that is if you worked as a PT aide or a PT tech and you're trying to count some of those hours as observation hours versus employment, you can count them technically in either place, but don't put them in both. So if you enter your hours as a PT aide under employment, don't also put it under observation hours. You don't get to double count those hours. We spoke a lot about our mission, vision, values, and commitment in our first webinar where we did an overview of the admissions process. But just to reiterate it here, what we're really looking for are students that embody our mission, vision, values, and commitment, or our MVVC for short. When you think about that experiences section, this is a really great opportunity for you to show us how you embody these things. Do you have a variety of lived experiences beyond just shadowing hours? Do you demonstrate balance in all of those activities, demonstrate integrity or excellence in those activities? So although you may not be writing essays about your experiences, if you think about the way you enter those experiences, the variety of experiences that you bring, how you describe what you did during those experiences, that's an opportunity for you to show us how you embody our mission, vision, values, and commitment. If you are interested in visiting our campus or meeting one-on-one with for more information, you can also check out our website or reach out to us anytime